Yeah, the Washington Post, God love them. They're accusing disabled veterans of gaming the system. The Post writes that while some ailments can be verified with scans or tests, many of the most common claims filed with the VA are difficult to confirm. The Post alleges that veterans frequently exaggerate their conditions and accuses them of trying to maximize their compensation. Now, one nonprofit is firing back at these accusations.
Beyond this shameful slur on the integrity of our nation's veterans, our foremost concern is ensuring veterans get the benefits they've earned, which are challenging enough to access. Unfortunately, broad brush attacks on veterans, like this one by the Post, often discourage some veterans from seeking the care and benefits they've earned.
Yeah. All right. Actor Gary Sinise is a friend of mine. He is heavily involved in the military community. His foundation serves our nation by honoring veterans, first responders, and their families. And it's an honor to bring him on. Gary joins us now for tonight's big close-up. Gary, thank you for joining us. Obviously, you work with veterans all the time. The Gary Sinise Foundation, one of the things it does is helps adapt homes for veterans that are disabled and provide mortgage-free homes for veterans that are disabled. Full disclosure, long before this media career, you guys helped me put an elevator in my house that I needed, and I can't thank you enough for it. Tell us your take, the Washington Post article aside, tell us your take on the disabled veterans that you encounter and about their integrity and their love for life and the fact they move on and do amazing things.
Well, thanks, Joey, and congratulations to you on the Tex McCrary Award that you received last week. It was great to see you. Look, I've been involved with the DAV for going back over 30 years to when I played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. I've known hundreds, if not thousands, of our disabled veterans. I have the highest respect for them. The Washington Post article is, I don't know what to say about that. I've met thousands and thousands of veterans over the years. You're being one of them. Joey, and of the highest integrity. I mean, I have some of my best friends are in the military, and I've met hundreds and thousands of people over the years. So, while there may be a little gaming of the system here and there, where isn't there gaming of the system?
Yeah.
I think it's an exaggeration.
Well,
I think it's an exaggeration that, this is widespread.
And what you know, Gary, and I know that other people don't know is for every one veteran that might try to bump that percentage up, there's 2 or 3 out there that just never go and never ask for the benefits they're earned. And so I think it's still a net negative for the veterans and positive for the taxpayer anyway.
Yeah, Gary, Molly here. Joey really touched on what I wanted to ask you about is all the people who don't ask for help. When you're so equipped and you do so much of this work, what's the latest with your foundation and how do you reach out and find more of our heroes to help?
Yeah, thank you, Molly. The Gary Sinise Foundation is one of thousands of nonprofits that are in the military and first responder support space. I think if we didn't have all these nonprofits, there'd be a catastrophe in the veteran space. The VA does quite a bit. And we, my dad was, got help from the VA and my grandfather. But I will say that, people do fall through the cracks, and we know that. And so we're very proactive at the Gary Sinise Foundation in seeking out people that might not be, near a veterans hospital or a VA center. We want them to know that these nonprofits exist out there, that they can always reach out to us. We're online. The Gary Sinise Foundation is helping thousands of veterans and first responders and active duty military, families of our fallen heroes, our wounded. We're just about to hand away our 100th home. Joey was mentioning the homes that we do. We're just about to hand away our 100th home. So I think these nonprofits are very, very important in this space, and certainly I encourage people to check out ours, but also don't sit back and wait for somebody to reach out. If you need help, there's ways to get it.
Gary, helping veterans is a very personal thing to you, and it became a bit of a, I guess you call it a family affair. We also want to talk about your late son, Mac's Resurrection and Revival albums. Mac's albums are something that's incredibly important to you and a beautiful way to remember his life. The 2 albums, they've been released and you've found, and so the question to you is, how do these albums help veterans? Because there's a connection here that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Oh gosh, thanks for asking, Joey.
Yes, sir.
We lost our son in January of 2024. He had a very rare cancer. He was a great composer and musician. One of the last things he did was produce an album with a buddy of his, Oliver Schnee, all music that Mac had written. And he said, "Dad, let's print some vinyls, and if we ever sell any, the proceeds can go to the Gary Sinise Foundation." He worked for the Gary Sinise Foundation. And after he died, we printed some albums, and then we got orders for thousands, and we printed many, many more.
Wow.
And all the proceeds from the vinyl records at the Gary Sinise Foundation go to help our veterans, just like Mac wanted.
You can bet I'll be ordering some. That's amazing, and what a legacy.
Gary, that's so beautiful.
It's great. It's great music.
I believe it. I've seen.
Is that Tommy?
Yeah, that's Tom.
Hi, Gary. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I'm so glad we were able to share that as well. I also want to get your take on this. We have the Fox Nation Patriot Awards. They're almost here. Our very own Sean Hannity is hosting a night full of patriotism, talent, special guests, honoring everyday heroes. And here's a preview of the big night in November.
These are people that we recognize who understand the concept of sacrifice.
Their stories are amazing. I'm sitting in the audience and I'm crying like a baby.
It is not about me. It is not about us. It is about everyday patriots in our great country. Are you ready to get the show started?
And for our audience out there, you can join us on November 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern right here in New York. Tickets are on sale now. You don't want to miss it. Gary, I want to ask you about awards like this, the Patriot Awards. And, you know, there are so many wonderful award ceremonies that honor America's heroes. But what does it mean to the men and women that have served, whether they be military, first responders, any type of law enforcement? What does it mean to them when folks in the media like us or folks on TV, when they recognize them, when they give a little spotlight to them? That's why we do it, and I'm wondering what that means to them.
It's tremendous recognition. They don't ask for anything. I found this. I started doing USO tours, gosh, years and decades ago, and they don't ask much, and they're always surprised when somebody reaches out and pats them on the back. And that little gesture can mean a lot. So going on television and receiving an award for something they did and being honored, being recognized for something that may have gone unnoticed is a very big deal. It's a wonderful awards. And I remember when Pete was hosting a while back, and I was very, very happy to receive one of those for the veterans' work. And I admire what you're doing there with the Patriot Awards.
Well, Gary, it's Griff here, and you got that.
Griff.
How are you, friend? You got that award because you deserved it. You have spent the majority of your life, more than 3 decades, serving our nation's heroes. We've just laid out the number of ways, from your foundation to the homes to your late son's album. But take me back to why you do all this, when you first got involved.
You know, Griff, I have many veterans in my family. My grandfather served in World War I. My great uncle, World War I. He had 3 sons, my dad and his 2 brothers. They all served in the military. My 2 uncles in World War II. My dad was during Korea. On my wife's side of the family, Vietnam veterans. Her sister served in the Army. Their son, she married a Vietnam veteran. Her 2 brothers were Vietnam veterans. So I have a lot of veterans in my family. It all starts there. I got involved with the DAV back when I played Lieutenant Dan, like I said, 30 years ago. And then September 11th turned everything into a full-time mission, and I haven't stopped since. It's been a privilege to be able to support the men and women who serve our country.
Brother, we know you do it honestly and genuinely. It's an amazing thing to have someone with star power like yourself focus your time and effort on us, on veterans. And also, you know, thanks for the nickname, long before I needed one. I've been called Lieutenant Dan for the last 15 years, and I consider it a badge of honor. I just wish I could grow my hair out like that and have fun like you did in the movie. Listen, Gary Sinise, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all you do.
Well done, Gary.
You bet. My pleasure to be with you. Thanks so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.